Again, it's Chad here, coming to you from Minot, North Dakota. I'm testing out my Starlink a little bit more today. It's kind of a normal day out in Minot in the 30-degree Fahrenheit temperatures, very little wind today, no snow on the ground, no rain conditions, anything like that. So pretty average day, nothing considerable to affect my Starlink to report, I guess. Partly cloudy today, overcast, I guess, a little bit. Um, but otherwise, not too cold. So I wanted to do a couple tests today, speed tests, kind of a larger download test, as well as a 4K YouTube stream test, and maybe kind of do some things simultaneously. The first thing I want to do is just kind of get a baseline, do a few speed tests here. I've got this app loaded up on my MacBook Pro here, and I'm just going to start a speed test. It's the Ookla speed test app here. So the first speed test coming in about 140, maybe 150 megabits a second is what it's peaking at. Ping time 74 milliseconds. So we came in at 150 megabits per second download speed, maybe a peak upload speed of, I don't know, I thought I saw 33 or so megabits a second, settling back into the 20s and down to 22.5 megabits per second. That's pretty good. I've seen better on my system. Let's do a couple more tests to see kind of what an average we might get is. So 150 and 22 for download and upload was the first test. This one here maybe a little bit lower. 122 and still in the 20s for upload speed for megabits per second. .4 megabits per second. That kind of gives you an idea. There is a little bit of variation between test to test, even just a few seconds apart. We'll do a third one here just to see where we're at. This one here under 100, so maybe under, oh, there it goes, 120, 130, 39, almost 140. So that was better at the end of the test than at the beginning. Still hovering around that 20 megabits per second upload pretty much every test. So that gives you an idea what the averages are going to be. So we can, I think, move on to the next test. The next test would be downloading maybe a service pack from Microsoft. I've got SQL Server Service Pack 2 kind of queued up on the screen. And so just a quick download of that. And that's going here. Seeing that that's coming in at almost 9 megabytes per second. So that's going to take just a few minutes. We're already up 100 megabytes of the 811 megabyte download. As you can see, that's very fast. 8 to 9 megabytes per second. 220, 230 megabytes, 240 megabytes, 250 megabytes already download. 280, 300. Less than a minute to go in downloading this, or almost 50% downloaded already. Speed's dipping down to 6.0 megabytes per second. Have we lost connection here? 350, there we go, 360. So it seemed like it paused for a second there. We're picking up speed again, 6.1, 6.2. Back under a minute downloading. 500 megabytes downloaded. So what is this going to take, you know, two, maybe 3 minutes to download this 800 megabyte download from Microsoft. Less than 20 seconds to go here. Coming up on 600, 700 megabytes. And 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1, and done. So that 811 megabytes, that was very fast. I don't have an exact time, but that gives you an idea what sort of capabilities you can run into as far as downloading a pretty good update for your server.